Hey mamas, it's Nicole Ward with Realtor Mom Masterclass, and today we're going to talk about 6 tricks that you can incorporate into your business and your life to make everything safer for you as you're going on this real estate adventure. We've all heard the horror stories, and there's a lot of them out there. I feel like once a month I'm getting an email from my board telling me that be on the lookout for this person, or this person likes to show up to open houses, he's been in jail, he's got zip ties in his trunk, whatever it may be. There are a lot of those instances and things that happen in the news all the time about realtors and their safety. Now, as a mom myself and as a wife, this is incredibly important to me, and I think it's something that every agent should pay attention to, but especially us agents that have little ones at home. And sometimes, let's be real, we have to bring our little ones with us on showings. The first thing I want to say before I get into my 6 tricks is the best way to avoid any safety hazards or situations where you might find yourself in danger is to actually just run and work a referral-based business. This is something that I push heavily on in my coaching world and to all of my coaching clients. We talk about it a lot in Realtor Mom Masterclass sessions, but in general, having a referral-based business where you're working with your sphere, you're working with people you know, or it may become from a referral and you're working with somebody you don't know, but it came from a referral so that there is a kind of a standard of safety there. Running that kind of business and that style of business is going to get you not only better business, more commission, less stress, more honesty, more trust throughout the transaction, not as much pushback, but also, and most importantly, just a safer business for you on a day-to-day basis. So if you want more information about how to turn a cold business that you may be running into a more warm referral-based business, reach out to me anytime and I'd be happy to talk you through some of those details that can get you moving in that direction. But without further ado, let's jump into 6 tricks that you can incorporate to keep your job and your business safer. The first thing I want to talk about is the app called Life360. Life360 is amazing. It's a little purple app. You can download it to your phone. Personally, for myself, I share it with my husband, and it's always on 24 hours a day. He knows where I am at all times. I know where he is at all times. He's also a real estate agent, so he's off and he has seen some pretty gnarly houses, and I won't even go into some of the houses that he's seen, but they're pretty intense. So I like to know when he's off on showings. Sometimes he doesn't even tell me. He's just out doing back-to-back showings that I can log into Life360 anytime and see where he's at. Me personally, I work a much more referral-based or warmer business, but that doesn't mean I haven't worked cold leads before. So whenever I did work a cold lead or I took in an incoming call from a program, I would always make sure that my Life360 was on, that my husband knew where I was going, and that way he could log in and see where I was, how long I've been there, and if there's ever any issues, he can see the last point of contact of where I was. The second thing I want to talk about today is something called Forewarn. It is an app, in Ohio at least, with our board of directors. They give you access with a code and everything to sign up for Forewarn. It's provided just to real estate agents. It is for free in my board, and I believe many boards across the country have access to Forewarn. But Forewarn is just a program where if you get a random call from somebody who wants to see a house, you can actually go in and look them up. So you get their first and last name, maybe you have the phone number that they called you on. You can go into Forewarn and look up these people and get a history on them. If they have a criminal history or something is fishy about them, or maybe their contact can't be found, they don't exist, and they've given you fake information. But Forewarn is just a wonderful app just for real estate agents to check into those types of people that may be calling in. The third thing I want to talk about, and this is incredibly important, I actually learned about this the very first brokerage within 1 month of getting my real estate license, was the red folder trick. So I love the red folder trick, and I have used it once. Legitimately, I was scared and I used the red folder trick. So I was holding an open house, and it was somewhat busy, but there were times where nobody was in or just one person was in. It was a 2-hour open house and I was by myself. This was before I knew about Life360. It was probably even before Life360 existed. But basically the red folder trick works by, I was at my open house and nobody was there, and this creeper walked in. And moms, you know when you spot a creeper. It's obvious obvious when a creeper walks in, that you can tell by their mannerisms, their social awkwardness, that sometimes people are just a little creepy. And so this guy walked in and he was just being a little too inappropriate with me, saying some inappropriate things, whatever it may be. So I tried to steer the direction towards about the house. And he would ask me a question and then I would respond and try to keep the direction facing the house. Well, I was feeling so uncomfortable. What I did was I picked up my phone and I said, you just asked me a really good question I'm not sure of the answer to. Let me call and find out. So it gave me an excuse to call someone, and I did pick up the phone and I called my husband and I asked him to get the red folder. And getting the red folder was code name to my husband that I'm in an uncomfortable situation and I can't say that I'm in that type of situation right now, but keep an eye on where I am and drive up here immediately, call 911, whatever it may be. It depends on how you set up the red folder conversation, but make sure that you have a partner in this adventure. Maybe it's your spouse, your mom, whoever it may be, and let them know that you're holding an open house. Let them know what the red folder means. If it means call 911, here's my location, then make sure the person on the other end knows to call 911. In my situation, at the time, the red folder to my husband meant that I'm in an uncomfortable situation, find out where I am and keep an eye on me. And usually I'll call you back within 5 or 10 minutes. And the guy did leave and I was able to call my husband and let him know that I'm okay. But at least he was alerted to the situation because I told him to get the red folder. All right, safety trick number 4, keep the client in front of you. If you're showing a home to somebody that you've never met, you never want the client to get behind you. Even when you're unlocking and opening the door, you don't want whoever is being with you at the home, the client or the customer, you don't want them to be behind you with you not having any visualization of where they are. So even when you're going in to unlock the code, get the keys, whatever it may be, have them come around to your side or the other side so that you can visually see them as you're unlocking the door. Then push the door open, let them walk in first. As you're going up the stairs, tell them you lead the way. A good way to start this off is to actually, when you walk in the house, say to this person that you don't know, hey, I'm just here not to show you around, but to let you lead the way. You walk through the house the way you would like to and see it that way, and I will answer any questions you have. That way they are walking and you are following. This is incredibly important when it comes to basements, attics, garages. You never want to walk down first into a basement. You never want to go upstairs or into the attic first. You never want to walk into a garage first. You always ask them to go first, even if you're the lady, even if they insist, no, you go first. Just say, no, I prefer it this way. I always have my clients go down first so that they can get the unimpeded view of whatever they're trying to see. So this is another good trick. Number 5. Now, as a mom, I have taken my kids with me on showings before. It's happened quite a few times, but I make sure that only happens with people I know and I have an already set up and regulated relationship with as a client. Usually they're referral based. If I ever meet somebody that I've never met and I don't know, I don't bring my kids with me. If that's not an option for you, if you cannot show a house without bringing your kids with you, and this person is somebody that you've never met before, don't go on the appointment. Refer it out to another agent who can handle it. You don't want to be put in a situation where you're choosing between your life or one of your kids' lives. It's not worth it. It's not important enough. I know that this might be a commission in your pocket and you might be desperate, but I'm telling you, bigger picture, it's just not worth it. You never want to bring your kids with you on an appointment, meeting somebody for the first time that you've never met before. All right, trick number 6, and I know this is controversial. Please don't judge me. I'm just gonna put a few things out there. First and foremost, have a concealed carry. If you don't have a concealed carry, if you don't believe in weapons, that's fine. There's some other weapons that you can keep on you that isn't a handgun. But my first go-to is the very first thing I did when I got my real estate license was I went and I took my concealed carry course. I got my concealed carry license, and I carry a very small pistol with me whenever I'm showing a home to somebody that I've never met. It's always there. It's always with me. Ladies, there are purses with special pockets. There are little straps for your legs that you can keep one in. If you're wearing a blazer like I am right now that says I'm in real estate, you can actually have something that goes underneath your arm on the side that you can easily, if you're right-handed, you can reach in and grip. That would be the first thing I would say. But just like with anything else, being able to carry a weapon doesn't mean that you're 100% safe. You have to be able to draw it, shoot it, and if you're in a life-threatening situation. There are other things that you can do in addition to the concealed carry or just to do in general, and that's going to be your keys. So if you have your car keys, even if you just open the front door and you have one house key, let's say you have a fob for a car key and you don't have an actual key, which most of us do these days, take that house key and stick it up between your fingers and hold it like this. So keep the bottom of the key in the fist of your hand and keep the key pointing out this way, and just keep it in your hand like that throughout the whole showing. If something happens, if somebody tries to make a move on you, if you punch them or hit them with the key facing out, that will cause enough injury or damage that it will give you some time to get away. The other thing is pepper spray. And all of these things you're doing, this having a weapon, my number 6, and everything that's incorporated with it, these are all things that you want to do anyway, and you may want to do multiple versions of them. But either way, no matter what you're doing, have it in your hands. It should not be in your purse unless it's a concealed carry actual weapon. But like pepper spray or the key in the hand, whatever you may have, make sure it's in your hands throughout the whole showing. If you have to take the time to pull something out and you're in a quick life-threatening situation, you need to be able to just activate without thinking of where am I going to find this object. So definitely have either a little small bottle of pepper spray in your hand, have your concealed key. There's also, if you look online on Amazon or Etsy, whatever you buy your stuff from, there's a little key like ring you can put over 2 fingers, and it looks like a little cat. It's got cat ears, but the cat ears are pointy. It's kind of like brass knuckles, but not brass knuckles. And you slip it over your 2 fingers, and it's got 2 points on the end, and you can actually carry that with you instead of a key throughout the house as a defense mechanism moving forward. So I hope you enjoyed these 6 tricks today. If you have any other tricks that I didn't mention and you want to reach out to me so I can add them to the next video, please email me or message me in any way and let me know what they are. I'm always open to new tips and tricks. Hope this helped you out. See you next time.